All right, we're going to talk a minute here about the supply and demand case study research assignment. For this assignment, we're going to go out and search the headlines a little bit and look for actual changes in real world markets as they are happening. Remember, change in the market results from either a shift in supply or a shift in demand, and then we see this new change in equilibrium price and quantity. So we're going to actually kind of try to apply what we understand about these shifts of demand and shifts of supply and see if we can go out and kind of find them out in the real world. And now we can, like I said, as budding economists, we can start to understand how to either analyze an event and make predictions or understand or explain changes in particular markets. So for this assignment, you are going to actually analyze real life events and the potential they could have on markets. So to complete the research component, and really like to have you get this done by Wednesday, you're going to have to find three and post 3 links to news articles that you believe will or that do illustrate a change in a market. And some news event that is either going to, where we see consumer demand shifting one direction or the other, or the supply curve shifting one direction or the other, and then identify what shifter of demand or supply it would be. And those you should hopefully be pretty familiar with by now. But if you don't, go back and look at the notes. I still have them all posted there. Remember, changing consumers' incomes, attitudes, expectations of the future, prices of related goods, number of buyers. Okay, those are those shifters that can shift that demand curve. So what you need to do is go out and look at news sites, and I really like going to the business section. I'll post some of my ones that I read. So CNN Business, NPR News in the business section. We'll look at the World BBC. This is more international, but has a good business section. And MSNBC. I'll post those links in the updates so you can take a look. But what you need to do is kind of start scanning the headlines and look for where you can see examples of possible shifters of demand. So I'm just looking at the CNN one and just looking at headlines. And if you come down and just read this is from Monday morning here. It says Walmart limits the number of customers in stores. I mean, just from reading that headline, we know we're looking at a demand shifter when it comes to number of buyers in a market. So get into that article, read what it's about, and see what you can pull from it. See what else we got. I haven't looked here. Shoppers in Mexico are panic buying beer during the coronavirus crisis. Obviously going to be some demand shifters going on there, possibly expectations of the future. I haven't read the article, but take a look at it. It looks like alcoholic beverage production was listed as non-essential businesses during the shutdown. So obviously you can look at expectations of the future. Economics of hospital beds. There's the Walmart limiting shoppers again. What do you need? Yeast and baking powder top America's shopping list. Again, all of these, there is going to be so many examples in all of these sites that you can pull from. One thing that I'd like you to do is, well, just not take the first 3 that you got. Spend some time looking through the news a little bit, see what you can and see what's out there. If you get more than 3, that's all right. This is just going to help you with the actual case study that we do. So spend some time really kind of looking, 15-20 minutes, just read through the news a little bit, and you'll start to see these shifters of demand and supply that we've talked about kind of jump out at you in these headlines. So go back to that assignment quick. There we go. Yeah, go out. I want you to paste the links to 3 of them, and for each one here, what do you think is going to be the impact? Supply and demand, supply or demand. Which direction do you see kind of demand possibly shifting, and what do you think will be the shifter of demand? All right, let me know if you have any questions.